gave this video about this article I've been seeing posted on a science enthusiast website. It's about Fox News anti-vax commentator Bree Payton dies at 26, likely from the swine flu. And then he's, oh, look at her tweet from 2011. Whooping cough. State urges more people to get vaccinated. No, vaccines are from the devil. So he takes that as she was anti-vax. And first of all, she wouldn't be working for the mainstream media more than likely if she was. So obviously it's a joke. So, but you open up this article with you reap what you sow. She died from the swine flu, and then because she was critical about um, healthcare, you know, it aged pretty well because she died from the flu. Um, it's like, but these are the people you're dealing with, the ones that wear this shit. Vaccines work, GMOs are safe, everything is a chemical. So that's what, because I know you guys have seen people with these shirts on walking around in all their heavenly glory, is what they think. Like, ha, I'm wearing this. Bam, motherfucker. But they don't realize that their science that they believe so much in is a corporate lobby biased version of it. But they have no idea because they think it's totally pure. And so usually I don't engage with this shit, but it was just a crass way to start the article. Like the whole point was like they revel in it because like the comments of the links of this article, and it's like, yeah, that's what they get, or they don't deserve to live. Haha, you could have, all this shit. It's like somebody died. Like the numbers, like you like just to throw around about how many people die. It's like those are people. So, but if it was you, like that, it's because it's so far away, you don't think about it, But then it happens to you, and like if she was anti-vax, like to you, that's like, oh yeah, that's fuck them, they don't deserve to live. But you don't realize that the numbers are growing on this side because the numbers are getting higher for autism. That's why there's more people because they share their story and we see pictures and they said the kid was fine and then after he got the shot they died and then they're on this side and that's like why it keeps growing and they can't see that, they believe that it's harmless. And like this guy, right, even though people said, dude, it was a tyrannical comment, he's like, it doesn't matter, because consistent with her statements again, healthcare being available for everyone, so uh, so I wrote a comment and it says maybe you should do some scathing and sensitive articles about people who have died injured from vaccines, and I just wrote VAERS just so people could look up what that even means. And the first comment was name one person, and that's what's the issue, guys. People don't even think one person was ever hurt. And then the next level is, if there is one person, I want their fucking medical record, their medical history, and the dates, please. It's like, first you can't accept that even one person died. But if somebody did die from it, you want all this shit to prove it. It's like, like with SIDS, but they accept SIDS, right? Oh, your baby just died. Like, we could, plane can explode, minus the Malaysian one, crash, they will grab every fucking piece, put the whole plane back together in a hangar to figure out what happened to it, right? We can dig up a fucking mummy in the middle of Siberia and find out that he got stabbed and that's why he died. And a dude's dead like 10,000 years. But a baby who gets shots, just shrug your fucking shoulders and say, I don't know. Baby just fucking died. So now we have sudden infant death syndrome. Like, that's the world we're in. So, yeah, I keep getting notices. I mean, it's not like a whole lot because I'm just a regular person. I'm like, not even a. No, I'm just a dude. You know. So, that's just here. So, I don't have a following or anything. So, I got like 22. It was 44. So, I don't know what happened. But it was kind of weird. But it keeps going. And, like, your comment gave me autism. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. But then you have other people came to help. It says over $4 billion have been paid out for injured or killed children. Wake up, sheeple. And mind you, this is $4 billion in their court. They have a separate court with their own judge, and even then they were able to get them to give them money. And it's always settled. That way they don't pass a ruling that would set a precedent. So, um, even then they've paid out $4 billion. So imagine how much you have to pay if it was the way our side is saying it is. And, like what I want, when I get in debates with people, I'm like, hey man, how about we just go back to what my generation had? Because I was born in the 70s. So we had less than 10, and now it's 70 something. Like, but people don't even think could be something wrong with that. Let's make more combos. Because, I mean, one of the early things was when it went from individual to the combos. Because that's when it started for my generation. They started doing that, doing the combo vaccines, and then they started noticing. So it's not just like vaccine, then it's when you combine them into one, it causes more shit. And that's what people can't understand what we're trying to say. Because like like De Niro and Kennedy, that's what they say. Even then, they get raked over the coals for it, and it's so hard for people to even accept that. I'm like, let's just go to what we had, because then the other uh, counter is, oh well, the reason why it's so high now is because we know what it is. And I try to tell people, I'm like, dude, we most people didn't even know what that autism, Asperger's, that whole spectrum really was until Rain Man came out. So it's not like we knew a lot of people. Like, we had never seen it before, so we saw the movie. I'm not saying everybody, but majority of people didn't know. Like, we had heard about it, but and there been characters, but it was just like, what? Um, So that's the other way to try to explain away why it went from 1 in 10,000 to now it's 1 in 60, admittedly. And they say it might be higher because there was a CNN article about it. So that's what we're up against. You know, people can't even understand any of that. And, we had to go. Some other people brought it up. It's unfiltered data. It's meaningless. Vaccines are safe and save lives. You know, and they're all evidence. Just look up the VAERS, and then everybody who said that, like, look it up. That's why he even said it. You know, and then this other one tries to liken it to a seatbelt. You know, like it saves you. And anti-vax bingo. And it's just anytime you try to bring up anything, it's like we have anything to gain by saying this shit. Like we know we're gonna look crazy because we're all taught the same shit. We're all taught the same thing, and it's only when we learn this that we're like, dude, maybe it's not what we thought we knew. You're fucking crazy. I don't want to talk to you. La 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 la. Or people. My favorite is people that just fucking shut down. That makes me. That's so funny. And yeah, they just shut down. And I'm not even mad or anything. I'm just like, because I don't. I mean, I don't even have any like all answers. I'm just like trying to bring it up so we could figure something out. Because I'm like, this shit's so fucked. Because the reason I say let's go back to the Gen X one is like that we could see the difference. And it would be drastic. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, this isn't the only thing that causes all this um, disorder, the spectrum disorder, and there's a lot of other things too. But this is a big contributor, and it's just sad that people can just write some of this shit like good. I mean, like I don't have those comments, but just people who can't think that there's even one person in the whole existence of vaccines that was hurt. And it seems like a lot of people think it's like a saline solution. That's how harmless it is. I mean, I think that's the other problem if you talk to people that are in the medical field. They're never really taught anything. And anything they did learn in med school was very brief or written by the pharmaceutical companies. So they're not going to tell you any of that. So that's the other problem you have because, I mean, yeah, like any of these doctors that come out of any of the lectures and stuff that we would watch, they were doctors for a long time and then realized it. So, that's, people don't realize that either. They say, oh, we can't believe everything you get on the internet. Like, these are all doctors too. And they have a lot to lose because they could get their medical license, they can lose their livelihood, shit, or their life. Because I mean, if you follow the dead holistic doctors, um, there's quite a bit now, and yeah, I just wanted to make this just to show that even this, and then what we're up against, because people just so set in their way. All right.